Y'all, I ain't ever seen or heard of no foolishness like this before, ever. Y'all watch this with me.
I'm a grown man and I did the right thing. I thanked my wife for taking care of our kids and working multiple jobs to pay for my education. She invested in me and I landed a good job with a salary. And I soon fell in love at work. I texted my wife that I wanted a divorce.
Texted!
I texted my wife that I wanted a divorce and the house and that she can take the kids. I want a new life. I deserve a do-over with a woman who's on my level. My soon-to-be ex-wife launched a hate campaign against me at work. She emailed my boss about my affair. She posted a fake LinkedIn page that ruined my character. My work love has distanced herself because she's afraid she'll get fired or attacked. My boss mentioned, if your wife can't trust you, how can I? My career is pretty much over at this company. How do I earn my boss's trust and keep my work love? Advice.
Stories like that is the reason why a lot of women don't want to hold a man down.
Hey Rych Babes, it's your girl Bella Dyor. Today we're going to talk about something that we've all seen time and time again, building up that man, only for him to leave once he made it. Sis, this is something that we really need to talk about because I don't want any of you pouring all your love, time, and energy into someone who isn't ready for what you deserve. So let's get into why you need to wait for a man who is already established before you invest in any relationship. We've all heard the stories or maybe even lived them. You meet a man, he got some potential, and you start doing everything to help him reach that potential. You support him through school, you help him get his finances in order, you might even help him build his business or career. And then what happens when he finally gets to where he wants to be? He leaves. Suddenly, you're no longer a part of his plans. It's painful, but it's the hard truth. A man will often leave the woman who built him up once he reaches success. He feels like he leveled up and might want to explore his new life without you. So why set yourself up for this heartbreak?
This motherfucker is psychotic. I bet you there's serial killers less anal. You got a white woman, probably the only one who'll tolerate your smug ass. Yeah, I was your white woman for 11 years. Couldn't have started that damn company without me. Hell, I worked my ass off. I mean, I got a master's degree in business, and there I was, his secretary, his office manager, and his computer. No, Bernadine, you can't start the catering business this year. Why don't you wait a few years, huh? Yeah, don't start it right now. Wait 1, 2, 3 years. I need you to be the fucking background to my foreground.
Ooh, child, she did her thing in that scene. Angela Bassett. Oh, that's my girl. So, my Rych Babes, with that being said, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back at the end of this video with the rest of my commentary. And please make sure that you comment down below any thoughts that you currently have on this video. All right, see you soon.
You invest in a man and you help build a man, it's harder for the man to just take off and leave.
Says the man who cheated on his ex-wife with his current wife. Says the man who used and abused his ex-wife when he was broke and didn't have a pot to piss in. She held him down. Whole time he was cheating on his ex-wife with his current wife. So right now his current wife, who was his former mistress, didn't have to lift a finger to help him build shit. His current wife slid in right in time as his career was skyrocketing and his pockets were fattening. His current wife is enjoying the fruits of his labor. He dogged the fuck out of his ex-wife, the woman that helped him when he had no money in his pockets. This advice he's giving to women is purely hypocritical of him. I digress.
Y'all better leave that man alone while he getting himself together. Because all of y'all that are out there lining yourselves up while he trying to figure it out. You are a stepping stone. A cold stepping stone. Let that man be a man. Let him figure out what he gonna do by himself. Leave his ass alone. My page is so women can really get out of the way when a man is trying to do what a man is trying to do. He may not necessarily be a bad man. He's just not a ready man. He may be sweet, but he ain't sweet enough. You ever get an avocado and try to open it too soon? And you know the avocado is good. It's just not ripe. It's just not ready. Let these men get ready, baby girl. You deserve a ready him.
Think of giving men advice on how to grow their business and better themselves. Absolutely don't do it. He'll take that, better himself, and go and give it to a woman all the success who doesn't know that he needed another woman to coach him. You can say things like, I believe in you, I trust in you, but absolutely don't guide him. Absolutely don't coach him. They know that you will never see them in the same light as another woman that doesn't know that he needed to be coached by a woman will see him. Don't do it. I did that. Let me tell you something. With my ex-husband, I changed his vocabulary. He used to say that I use more up-leveled words since I married you. He had no credit when I met him. I gave him credit by adding him all of to my credit cards, came back to bite me in the you-know-what later, right? He used to live with his family in a very crappy one-bedroom apartment with like 6 of them. The money that I gave him, they were able to buy a family home with that down payment. And when I say gave him, he conned out of me. So then after all of that, he was able to go back home and marry someone young who he was able to give a green card to. I gave my ex his green card. So he married someone that looked up to him, but I built him. Okay. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You owe yourself not to do that.
It's not a girlfriend's job to be a helpmeet to her boyfriend. A girlfriend should not be trying to help her boyfriend become better. A girlfriend should not be funding a boyfriend so he can do something. Girlfriend is not a wife. Your job as a girlfriend is to get to know this particular man to see if he has the right potential to lead you in marriage. So if he doesn't have his life together right now and he needs you to help him or fund him, then he's not ready for marriage, because your role as a girlfriend is not to be a helper. When you get married, then your role as a wife is to help your husband, but not help your boyfriend. Your boyfriend needs to have a track record of leadership and advancement and being on the right path. It's not your job to push him or help him get somewhere. He needs to come with that already before he dates you.
But anyways, I came on here to say something along the lines of like the whole Kiki and her boyfriend situation. But like, once you accept, right, like you get into a situation with a man who may be not as financially stable as you, or like you said, like you have to build him up, or he's not where you or where he would like to be in his life. Once you accept that, like, oh, okay, I know he don't have a car and he don't have a job right now and money is tight and right? Once you accept that, and then once you start building him up, once you start helping him, men put you in a different category. They put you in a different category. And then because you're in a separate category, they start treating you differently.
See, I hate to be a I told you so ass bitch, but didn't I tell y'all to never help a man when he down, because all he gonna do is resent you for it later on? All he's gonna do is feel emasculated. And now we're seeing that shit unfold with Keke Palmer and her baby father. Didn't I tell y'all that he was a bum on the podcast? Didn't I say that? I told y'all that he was a bum and she was doing everything for him. And that never works out. It never works out in the woman's favor, because when you do everything for a man, you make more money than him, you put him on, you give him a job, whatever you do. When you help a man when he's down, when he get back up, all he's going to do is resent you for helping him out, and he's going to feel emasculated. And an emasculated man is a dangerous man, because now he got to do something to show his masculinity. He going to cheat or he going to put his hands on you. I'm telling you. And now we see it all unfolding with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. I told y'all that he was a bum. I told y'all that she put that boy up. I told y'all this. And I'm not saying, oh, I said it. But I'm just saying, like, this is a perfect example why you never help a man when he's down. because he will resent you for it later on and show his ass.
Y'all be killing me with this. If he ain't got it, I'ma help him get it mentality. Sis, he's 35. If he don't got it by now, he don't want it.
Be leery of men who are always talking about how they're looking for a good, strong woman to build with. Because for me, that's code for I haven't figured out how to do this on my own and I need help. Some men attach themselves to ambitious, high-achieving women because they want to learn from you, like they want you to be their mentor. At 35 years old, there are certain things that should already be built. The fact that some of these men don't even try to get their lives together in advance. Like, sir, if you say you want to be married one day and have a family, why haven't you been building toward that? Why haven't you gotten your career to a certain place, get your own place, got your own car, made a certain amount of money, got a retirement plan in place? Like, why haven't you started building? Why are you waiting to meet some woman to help build you up? And the sad part is there are some women that don't treat their man like a partner, but like a project. And you want to fix him up. You think if you get a fixer-upper, when the value increases, you'll be right there to benefit. But usually when they actually start living the life, they don't even want you anymore. They want the women that the new version of them can afford. With your work, with you helping them with their resume and you helping them get a good job and you helping build their credit score up, helping them get a good place and all that. Once you've done all the work to make this man into what you want him to be, he's going to find a new caliber of woman that he now feels that he qualifies for. They'll sit right there and let you pour everything you have into them, let you make him into the perfect man for another woman. I know some women think that if you're showing this man how loyal you can be, how many sacrifices you can make for him, that's going to get you any loyalty, but oftentimes it doesn't. They end up resenting you. They resent you for being there and watching them struggle. Like they're angry about the fact that you're the one who had to pay the bills. You're the one whose car he's driving. You're the one who's paying the rent. You're the one whose name is on the lease. They resent the fact that they couldn't be the kind of man that they wanted to be for you. So when they get on their feet, they don't want to do it for you because there's all this pent up resentment that they have for you. They want to do it with a brand new woman. They get to be the kind of man that they wanted to be for you, but couldn't. You don't buy yourself any loyalty when you do this much sacrificing for a man. Almost every time you get burned. Yes, there are rarities. There is always going to be an anomaly about like a man who actually did reward the girl that that helped him and held him down when he had a little bit. But it's too big of a risk to do that. And most men, with any kind of pride, any kind of provider, they won't feel comfortable taking from you. They won't feel comfortable with you paying all the bills and taking care of them. It's only the kind of men that have no pride at all who will let you do all of that for them. Because some men, they look at themselves as less of a man if they ever had to take a dime from you.
Who's to say once he get his act together, he gonna choose you? You the girl he got when he ain't had, when his life wasn't in order, when he wasn't a perfect catch, when he was a bottom of the barrel. Who's to say once he upgrades his life, he gonna think you is the person that deserve his upgraded self? You keep thinking these men that you accepting at they worst, at they best gonna want you. No, you the girl that he found that was able to put up with his while he was at the lowest. Watch him take all those lessons, all those upgrades, all those improvements he made while he was with you and take it to another person. Y'all keep waiting for these ifs, ands, and maybes when you can have a quality man now. Anytime somebody tell you they ain't ready, listen, unless you ready to break your heart, find somebody that's already ready to contribute to this relationship in meaningful, healthy, functional ways from day one. Why do you feel like you always got to pick a project man, a man that you have to assemble with your hands first in order for you to reap what you deserve? You think God send you packages like IKEA? You think God gonna send you a man in a box and say, you know what? You put them together. You think that's what God gonna do? You pray for a man, he gonna send you one. If you praying for a man, God ain't gonna send you pieces of him and say, you put them together. You're gonna be like, but where's the instructions? I ain't giving you the instructions. If you want a man, you gotta work for him. God ain't gonna do that. And so I keep telling you guys, and I want you guys to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. If you want a man, wait for one. And stop accepting men that deliver themselves to your life in pieces.
Never, ever build with a man unless you are an architect and that is your business partner and you're going to get that paycheck, you're going to get that contract deal, but you are not married and you are not sleeping with that man, okay? Never build with a man ever if you have any type of self-esteem. If you're already building with a man, slowly start pulling out, stop paying this, stop paying that, fake lose your job, take some vacation days, pretend like you lost your job, and see if he's going to kick in and do his manly duty. If not, you know who you are, the Bob the Builder chick, okay? Some men base their relationship only if you are able to pay some money and provide. If you can't provide, they don't want you. You kick to the curb quickly. That means you're not their type. They wouldn't do anything for you. You're not the love of their life. You're just their Bob the Builder who's going to get them to the type of woman that they truly want. So just take a realistic look at yourself. Don't overreact emotionally if this is you. Start making your plan. Don't overreact. Don't even say nothing. Start executing your plan to get out of it, to start paying anything and see if he's going to kick in. Have your little savings, whatever, so that if he decides he doesn't want to be with you because you're not going to help him be a man, then you need to go ahead and leave and be a full woman by yourself and let him learn how to finish being a man.
One of the worst things you can do to your love life is feel bad for a grown man. Feeling bad leads to behaving like his mother. You are not his mother. You are looking to be a wife, a spouse, a queen, a goddess. This feeling bad crap happens all the time. People become attracted to men that they fantasize about rescuing, projects. They want to inspire these men to be better. Guess what? Men inspire themselves to be better when they fall in love for a woman. When they see a woman they want, they themselves will put themselves together. It is not your job to mother him back. Save that mothering energy for your son, for your child. He's not looking to be in a relationship with his mom, and the fact that you think you need to go put this man back together shows a lack of self-worth. You're worthy of a man who is inspired himself by you to be your dream man. You don't need to go in there with your surgeon tools and put him back together. He'll do that himself when he's the man for you, and you're worthy of that. Don't be his mom. Be a queen, be a goddess, and wait for the man that comes prepared or puts himself together for you. One of the worst things you can do to your love life is feel bad for a grown man. Feeling bad.
The second you feel bad for a man is when you set yourself up to play every other role in his life. His therapist, his secretary, his mom. There is a huge difference between choosing to be with someone where you are both mutually growing and helping each other versus choosing to be with someone where you are constantly picking up the slack and giving as they are taking. If you were able to do the work to grow into a fully functional and responsible adult, then you should expect that your partner was also able to do the same thing. And I understand that we are all at different places in our personal growth journey, but that is why it is so important for you to figure out what your non-negotiables are and what you are willing to compromise on in a relationship. Stop building these men up and enabling them as they continue to drain you of your time, energy, knowledge, resources, and money. There is no amount of encouragement you can give a man who is not willing to proactively help himself, and it is not your responsibility to do so. At the end of the day, you are your number one priority, and no one is going to be able to protect you and your life the way that you will.
Hey, what's up, family? You can build a house, you can build a bear at the mall, and you can even build a sandwich at Subway, but you cannot build a man. Don't take on any projects, because if you build him, you're going to have to keep fixing him. Level up and live your best life.
Men never picked a woman that did so much for them. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you didn't build this man up, help him with his resume, help him get a job, help him build a business, help him flip his money, help him when he didn't have no credit, help him raise his children on some you wasn't nobody before I met you type of thing, thinking that you're going to get a return on your investment or somehow this man's going to be indebted to you and do right by you because you helped him with all his... He's not, okay? This is the same man that will go and find a woman who's not doing half of the things that you're doing and give her the sun, the moon, and the stars because she makes him feel like a man. It's just what it is. He didn't ask you to do all of that. And do you think he want to look at you and think like, oh, this woman helped me build my life? He's not your child, right? It just never works out like that. So do me a favor and save your time, your money, okay, and all of your energy, because it just never rolls around like that, baby. Either he's going to be like, thank you, peace out, or he's going to be like, I didn't ask you to do all of that. I didn't ask you to do all of that. It is going to be a conflict of interest. So you choose.
The more you build a man,
the more you open his options for other women. Okay? But when a man builds a woman, the opposite happens. Okay? So if he set the bar so high, right, with providing for you, spoiling you, taking you on vacations, just being your full provider and protector. If a woman did a man like that wrong, the chances of her finding another man like that is slim to none. That's why there's no risk involved when a man builds a woman. When he invests in a woman, when he spoils a woman, there's no risk in doing that, because you set the bar so high that if another man will try to come in and replace you, he will fail at it. Money gives men access to women that they would have never been able to pull had they been broke. Rick Ross, look at the women he was able to pull. Rod Wave, look at his baby mama. You think if he was broke and had no money, you think he'll be able to pull a woman like that? Look at Chris Rock, Kevin Hart. He's short. Look at his wife. Look at the woman he's able to pull, right? It ain't because they look good. It ain't because they tall, handsome, and fine, right? It's the money that gives them access to those type of women. Who Jay-Z married to? It wasn't his looks that pulled Beyonce, okay? Look at Biggie Smalls when he was alive and he had pulled Faith Evans. Baby, back then in the 80s and 90s, Faith Evans was beautiful. She was that girl. Yeah, look how he was able to pull her. It wasn't his looks, okay? Even though you may laugh and be like, yeah, they ain't fine. But these are 1% men, right? Who are rich. Look at Country Wayne. This man has 10 kids. And women was in the comment section when he did an interview talking about, that's the type of man I need. This man got 10 kids. But because he has money, a lot of women don't care about a man's past. They don't care that he created a whole bunch of broken homes. They care about his future, right? But see, men, they care about a woman's past. That's why you don't give your prime years and your wound up to Pookie and Ray Ray, who can't provide for you and love you. When you build a man, just know that you are increasing his market value in the dating world. And the opposite has happened with you, because see, the chances of a man running into a woman who got her life together, her own money, her own car, her own crib, her own motion, is a lot higher than a woman running into a man who's doing better than her. The probability, I'm not talking about exceptions to the rules. There's always an exception to the rule, but the probability of you running into a man doing better than you is rare, okay? So in the chances of a man running into a woman who's doing better than him is higher. He has a better chance finding a good woman. For you men who get in the comments and say, I want a loyal woman who was with me through my struggle days. And my question to you is, why are you looking for love while you struggling? That's number one. Number two, y'all know what happened when y'all make it? Y'all choose the woman who was at the finish line the entire time. You leave the woman who invested in you, who took care of you, who fed you, who loved you when you had nothing. You leave her behind and you choose the woman who was at the finish line the entire time. So that's why I tell women, don't build no man. Because pick-me's never get picked. They are always overlooked. So women, you got to ask yourself, are you going to be the woman out of his league, or are you going to be the dream girl? Those are two different type of women. Let me know in the comments. Come on, let me know. Are you the dream girl? Most men will never reach their prime years, because your prime is when you got money. Because that's his currency in the dating world. If he ain't got no money, he not valuable in the dating world. Okay? A woman's currency is her beauty. So most men would never experience those type of options in his lifetime the way a woman will. So yeah, they hit the wall too. There was a study done on a man who was 35 years old. And he went on a dating app and he had only 2 women that were interested in him. Then it was a woman who was 35 years old, multiple kids, and she had multiple matches. Men who wanted to date her. Yeah, so when they try to tell you women at 35, we're washed up, we're leftovers, I'm telling you, they hit a wall too. If you ain't got the money, these young girls are not trying to date you because they love you. They want providers and protectors. So if you stingy with your money, if you're not trying to spend on her, you're not going to have options like that. See, when a man is leading with his looks, he's leading from a feminine place. And when a woman is leading with her money and her accomplishments and her degrees, she's leading from a masculine place. So it's all backwards. Your currency is your beauty as a woman. Prioritize beauty and fitness. Yeah, you need to have your own money. Yeah, you need to have your own motion, because if you give somebody the power to feed you, you'll give them the power to starve you, and we ain't doing that. But you ain't getting no money and building no man with it. That's what you not gonna do with your money. You gonna get your money and you gonna take yourself on trips and love on yourself. And he gonna have to meet you at that level, or he gotta find somebody he gonna have to date down. Period. So y'all let me know in the comments. Are you the dream girl? Or are you the woman out of his league? Let me know. Come on, let me know.
So I've been married and divorced 3 times. And I'm going to share something with you regarding building your spouse or your partner up. If your spouse, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever is not adding value to your life, if they're not sowing time, energy, and money into you, you should absolutely not build that person up. Because what's going to happen is once they drain you of all of your energy, all of your time, all of your finances, they're going to up and they're going to get ready and leave you, because now they feel like they deserve something better than you. Because keep in mind, they weren't also sowing into you so that you could develop and so that you could get to the next level alongside them. They've been draining you of your energy and your time and your money so that they can elevate above you. And once that person gets above you, then they're going to think that they deserve something better than you. Because 9 times out of 10, not only have you been sowing your energy into that person and sowing your money and your time into that person, they've also acted like a weight around your neck. So now you're not even the person that you were when they met you. You are lower. You're only a shell of what you used to be, because that person has successfully drained and transferred all your energy, sometimes including your very personality, into themselves. And now they're going to take all that and they're going to go out and they're going to get the person that they feel that they now deserve, now that they've drained you of your time, your energy, and also your personality. So be very mindful when you are sowing into somebody else. And I'm definitely not saying that you should not be in a partnership where both of y'all are sowing into each other or giving your time and your energy and elevating one another. But you should never put yourself in a position where it's just a one-way street. Not a healthy relationship. Learn from my mistake, so you don't have to go.
Something I really had to instill in my brain as a woman is that I'm not here to build any man up to where he needs to be. I'm actively fulfilling my potential, so I don't need to be in relation to a man who hosts his and then give him the map to his destiny. Like, this is not that. I've noticed that a lot of women like to be useful, so they try to lift these boys up to men when it's like, no, he's not your son. That is not your role. The same way that you put an effort to build yourself into the wonderful woman that you are is the same way he needs to build himself to be a wonderful man for you. And not even just for you, just for himself, really. I'm not here to argue. Studies have shown that when it comes to emotional intelligence and empathy, men are kind of lesser, right? And I think partially because of that, a lot of women walk into these situations like feeling very empathetic for these men when they start to talk about their hurt, the things they went through, and they try to kind of soften him up and lead him down the path of growth and healing, and overall just trying to make him a better man. You pour into somebody is the same way that they should pour into you. When you are choosing a man, you should be equally yoked in all the aspects that you value. I think a lot of us women, we have a little bit of delusion up here, and we see the potential in a man, and we're just like, if I just do this, I can make him the one. No, it doesn't work like that. Women need to wholeheartedly believe that there is somebody out there who it will feel entirely right with. I think especially now, a lot of women are tied to the whole niggas ain't shit narrative, so they settle for a nigga who ain't shit because they think that's all that's out there. But I'm telling you, there is more. And don't let nobody trick you with the nobody's perfect narrative, because yes, nobody's perfect. But if you feel like you damn close because you did the work to get to that, you keep your body healthy, you went to therapy, you keep yourself educated, why wouldn't you deserve somebody who is equally yoked from jump? Walk in with the mentality of what you see is what you get.
Sis. No ma'am. No ma'am. Put the hammer down. Put the screwdriver down. Put the saw down. What we not doing in 2021 is being Bob Builders. No, we're not. We are not doing that. So sorry. No. If mom and pop didn't fix him, sweetie, he ain't gonna be fixed. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I'm so sorry. If he's not changing for you, that means you are not the person for him. Leave that toxic man alone. Matter of fact, use all of that energy, that tenacity, that passion to build your self-esteem, build some confidence, build your credit, build a business, build your children up, build the next legacy up. We spend too much time trying to fix, oh, he got potential. Potential my ass. I got potential to be an astronaut, but do you see me going that direction? No. So, no. No, ma'am. No, sis.
So, ladies, my advice, don't invest in a man who's still trying to find his footing. Wait until he's already established. I don't mean he has to be a millionaire, but that would be nice, right? But he should still be able to at least have his life in order. He should have a steady job, know how to handle his finances, be emotionally mature. When you come into his life, you should be a bonus and not a builder. Think about it. Think about it. You deserve a partner, not a damn project, okay? You know, as women, we often feel as though it is our job to nurture and to help a man grow, but we have to protect our energy. You should never sacrifice your own dreams and well-being just to help someone else get ahead. Because guess what? When they make it, they'll be at the top and you'll be left drained at the bottom. Invest in you. At the end of the day, you deserve someone who's ready to build with you, not someone who expects you to build them up. So if you're dating, make sure that that man is established, have his life together, and is capable of bringing something to the table other than his potential. You've got too much to offer to be someone's stepping stone. So my rich babes, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, ladies, put yourself first, and always make sure that you check out richmilanco.com for your tools to level up. With that being said, I will see you next time. Stay rich, rich babes.